Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, February 26th, 2019. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson.
I'm here at the St. Kitts Marriott Ballroom where we've just witnessed the opening session of the 30th inter-sessional meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM. The opening session was attended by heads of government and other heads of delegations, members of the St. Kitts and Nevis government, representatives of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, CDB, Impacts, RSS, UE, ECCB, the OACS Commission, CARPA, and representatives of Labour and Industry and Commerce.
Since the heads of government met in special session on the CSME last December, the councils of the community have been engaged in seeking to ensure that the mandates set out are fulfilled. There have been 3 meetings of the Council for Trade and Economic Development, 2 by the Council for Human and Social Development, 1 by the Community Council, and 1 by the Legal Affairs Committee. The culmination of those activities has resulted, among other things, in the finalization of an agreement on public procurement that would open the regional market for goods and services procured by public entities. We have also finalized an agreement on the return or sharing of recovered assets from criminal activity. Those 2 legal instruments are ready for adoption by the conference. That unified force must be the vehicle to propel us to build a community that is prosperous and caters to the needs of our people. It should guide us in our deliberations here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The session commenced with a statement by CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin LaRocque, followed by remarks by immediate past chair of CARICOM, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness.
It falls to us now to ensure that our collective visions are always balanced by monitoring our actual achievements and evaluating our capacity to implement. We're getting off the mark has been slower than anticipated. We must then lengthen our stride. Even if the wicket is sticky, we must face the challenges bravely, with success as our goal. Jamaica is honored to have been entrusted by all of you to serve as chair. PM Harris, my team and I look forward to working with you and the Secretariat in our continued effort to deliver prosperity for our people. We wish you every success during your tenure as chair.
Remarks by current chairman of CARICOM and the Conference of the Heads of Government, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Timothy Harris, closed out the session.
Innovative thinking and intellectual capacity do not have borders and are not constrained by punitive, idiosyncratic rules and regulations. Our community possesses enough of both to design solutions and craft responses to the challenges that have been thrust upon us. Colleagues, these are the realities of life, of a small state in today's world. None of us could survive and prosper individually. Together we can forge a path and find creative solutions to ensure progress towards sustainable development. That will be a true demonstration of the power of unity. Finally, I wish that this inter-sessional meeting be crowned with outstanding progress for the CARICOM community and, most importantly, for the people of our region.
Immediately following the opening session, we spoke with Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley, who is leading the St. Kitts and Nevis delegation.
We have a number of interesting matters to discuss, including Venezuela, including the issue of blacklisting, which are very important and topical. So we're looking at those to see whether we can build some consensus and get a solidified position from CARICOM. Very important as we continue, of course, to build out the Caribbean region and the deeper integration with the rest of CARICOM and the Caribbean community. We have various events, some in the plenary, an open session that we're going to have now. We also, of course, have a retreat or caucus that will be the head +1. That will be at the Park Hyatt. And then we have various social and other engagements, including a cocktail function this evening at the Governor General's residence. So the idea really is to continue to engage and of course to welcome all these people to St. Kitts and Nevis. Some are coming for the first time, so we extend a very warm welcome to them. So far, everybody's saying that they're having a wonderful time, so I think our protocol team has done an excellent job, and I would want to commend them as well.
The plenary sessions will continue on Wednesday, followed by a press conference at 6:30 p.m. at the St. Kitts Marriott Ballroom. Meantime, on the margins of the 30th inter-sessional meeting of the heads of government of CARICOM, an agreement was signed between the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPA and the University of the West Indies UWI.
It's been about 2 years in the making for cooperation in training and research to address health priorities of the region between the University of West Indies as the main regional institution and the Caribbean Public Health Agency as the unified public health agency.
Good morning, Prime Minister. Good morning, colleagues. As you know, the WI has been involved in this business of public health from the very beginning of its journey. In fact, the WI was established as a medical faculty 7 years ago, dedicated to the business of public health management and training. This is how we started. So, public health and community medicine has been a critical part of our journey these past 17 years as a university. Recently, we have signed an arrangement with the State University of New York to ensure that $2 million to work in the area of regional virology, the spread of viruses across the country. To prepare this region, working with our colleagues at the CARICOM Health Agency to deal with the issues of the movement of viruses in and out of this region, and to train our people to give them early warning, early notice, do the research, so that the pathologies can be managed and effectively removed from our community. So for us, it's a great pleasure to formalize this arrangement, which has been ongoing for so many years. But now we have a formal structure with which we can mobilize our collective resources for research, for training, and for public advocacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We just want to commend this effort and cooperation between two of our premier institutions within the region, CARPA and the UWI. Together they will collectively advance the social capital of our region. And so today, on this occasion, we are particularly pleased to see the partnership being given new resources and new means of life. And I commend that first regardless, as I commend our Dr. Beckles and this great initiative.
Several signing ceremonies are expected to take place in the margins of the heads meeting with respect to matters of health as well as financing for small businesses. The heads will also engage members of the private sector, especially on the subject of regional transportation. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keynes reporting from the opening session of the 30th inter-sessional meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM.
Today, Tuesday, February 26th, saw the handing over of equipment at the Ministry of Education to secondary schools on Nevis by the Technical and Vocational Education Training TVET program. A total of 50 laptops and 6 projectors were handed over to the Charlestown Secondary School and the Gingerland Secondary School. The principals accepted the equipment on behalf of the school. TVET officer in the Ministry of Education is Dawson Otley.
As part of the TVET enhancement project, which is funded by the Caribbean Development Bank, and as part of that project, we are distributing some of the equipment that is needed to enhance the learning of the students in the various TVET areas, where they're going to use them for their subjects that will help in the learning of the subjects. And these subjects include technical drawing, building tech, infotech, of course, ADPM, and other areas that will be impacted by the use of these computers.
Present at the handing over ceremony was Junior Minister with responsibility for education, the Honorable Troy Liburd.
It warms my heart that we can hand these over to principals of the Charlestown Secondary School and the Gingerland Secondary Schools, so that the teachers and the students would have the advantage that these computers would bring to them. We know that technology is the way of the future, and here in Nevis and in the Federation as a whole, we are trying not to be left behind. I know a little bit about computers, and when I looked at the computers, I noticed that the computers that are being handed over here today are Core i7, top of the line computers. I want to say to both principals that this is a significant investment, and that we expect that the investment would be taken care of as best as they could and as best as the teachers and the students can, and that the government has the utmost confidence in the schools, and we look forward to the continued excellence that we have seen from both schools.
Junior Minister of Education, the Honourable Troy Liburd. Still to come, Billy and Emmentine Thompson win 10th consecutive title at Agriculture Fair in St. Croix. The details after this break. Welcome back. An officer at the Criminal Investigation Department, number 653, Constable Carl Gordon, is the Constable of the Year for 2018 on Nevis. He emerged winner from a field of 8 awardees at the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force RSCNPF Nevis Division Constables Awards Ceremony and Dinner. It was hosted by the Strategic Planning Group on Saturday, February 23, 2019, at the Occasions Entertainment Arcade at Penny's Estate.
I received this award not only on my own behalf, but that of the Criminal Investigation Department team, the Violent Crime Unit team, the Crime Scene Unit team, and the SVU team. I also received this award on behalf of the community who have assisted me greatly in my investigations. Let me say this, that we are to give of our very best because the community and the country deserve it. Tonight is a very auspicious occasion, and this will go down as one of the most and enjoyable time of my life here in Nevis. I thank you for your support, and I pray God's blessing upon all of us.
The top constable, who also received the Premier's Award, was presented at the ceremony with a plaque, a certificate of excellence, and a television set by Honourable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis. The first runner-up was number 677, Constable Trevin Mills of the Violent Crimes Unit. He was presented with a certificate of excellence and a television set. Mr. Mills also won the Commissioner's Award. The third runner-up was number 735, Constable Lowell Wallace of the Task Force Unit. He was presented with a certificate of excellence and a television set. Mr. Wallace also won the Divisional Commander's Award. The remaining awardees were number 769, Constable Glenville Nisbet. He won the Chairman of the Strategic Planning Group Award. Number 642, Woman, Constable Sherilyn Matthew Best of the Gingerland Police Station. Number 859, Constable Maxim Isaiah of the Newcastle Police Station. Number 884, Constable Bissett Bentley of the Traffic Department, and number 934, Constable Kareem Romney of the Beat and Patrol Department. During the ceremony, all the awardees were presented with certificates of performance by Deputy Governor-General on Nevis, Her Honour Hailita Liburd. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force Strategic Planning Group was formed in 2002. Its mandate was to review operation methods and to devise strategies to fight crime on Nevis. Congratulations are in order for Emmentine Thompson and her husband, Billy Thompson, who have, for the 10th consecutive year, captured the championship title at the Agriculture Food Fair in St. Croix. The Thompsons have been traveling to St. Croix for the past 11 years. Mrs. Thompson spoke about her first time participating in the competition.
The first year that we went, we didn't place. The produce was excellent, but we didn't know about how the decoration, the criteria of the fair. And the second year, we went out to our best and then we recognized them. Antigua had first and second place. They didn't have a third booth. So I realized, why? What's going on here? Because my booth was looking better than theirs. So I went to look for those who in charge. And I tell them, I didn't come there to sell food, you know. I come down here for that trophy, that prize. That blue, that time was just a ribbon. I come for the ribbon. I ain't come down here to sell food. I could sell my food at home. So the next year, I won. And it was like a jubilee for the division and the Christian that was there. It was really a good feeling.
Mrs. Thompson thanks all those who played a part in her becoming successful in St. Croix.
This year, because of circumstances, I didn't really have a lot of my own, some of my own produce was not there, but I really like to have my own. Because I know when I have my own, I really take care of them for that purpose. Especially like the obs. These obs, I would know for the lady with the longest obs in St. Croix. So when you have these obs, you take care of them, and you have a big cabbage, especially lettuce. You have an excellent lettuce. When you have these kind, you know well then, you're taking away the price. So having my own produce is good, but this year I didn't have all that I needed for myself, so I had to get some. I got some peppers from the department, plus some cabbage, and my brother also helped me with some cabbage, because when the cabbage that go in the soil, it is a lot better to me. And though that go in the greenhouse, because they stand better to the weather. And then I had some seasoned pepper from somebody else. So all blend in. It was good.
Mrs. Thompson stated that she represented Nevis growers and the division public and was delighted in the fact the divisions living in the United States Virgin Islands also shared her win. The Thompsons were interviewed by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Huey Sargent. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.